Hey everyone, Chris from CK Cycles here. I thought I would start off this episode with a quick tour of the CK Cycles bike shop. Take a look at what we have in stock right now. So we have a 1966 Honda S90, 1977 Honda XL 175, currently working on repairing the Kickstarter shaft. I have a new bike roll in a couple days ago, came with a box of parts. So it's one of those, here's the bike and here's the box of parts, good luck. Old Faithful here, my 77 Yamaha XT500, and then my 79 Honda CX500. But this is the bike I want to show you. It came with the box of parts. 2001 Honda CR500AF. Let me get the camera set up and I'll tell you a little bit more about this bike. All right, everybody, so let's talk a little bit about this bike and what it's doing here at CK Cycle. So this is a 2001 CR500 engine, which has been mounted into a modified 2001 CR250 aluminum frame. This bike was built by A.J. Wagner. I believe it is a generation one, first generation bike of his prior to Service Honda. And this bike was purchased by its current owner in 2021 from Ken Kaplan at the New England Motorcycle Museum. And as you can see, it is all decked out in the Ronnie Magnum Eagle decals and everything. I'll post a link to a couple of New England Motorcycle Museum or I think it might be called Kaplan America now, links to a few of their videos where they show this bike. They show, I think, the new wheels getting mounted on the bike. There's even a video where this bike is unveiled to Ronnie Mac, and he cuts the front fender off and takes it for a spin. And then there's also a pretty good recent conversation between Ken Kaplan and A.J. Wagner about the 500 bikes that he has built. So I'll post a link to those videos. So I feel pretty privileged, and I'm excited to have this bike in my shop. And I'm going to be doing a handful of modifications to this bike. Probably two of the main modifications to this bike is to replace the exhaust expansion chamber and then also to do an updated stator on the motorcycle. So currently right now, this bike has an FMF Gold Series expansion chamber on it, along with an FMF Turbine Core 2 silencer that has the spark arrestor in it. What I'm going to be doing is to remove the current Gold Series expansion chamber and install a MVS Racing stainless steel exhaust manifold, so that then I will be able to mount a Huga custom-made expansion chamber, but we will retain the FMF Turbine Core 2 silencer with the spark arrestor in it. I think when I do that work, I'm going to do a before and after sound video. I'll mount the microphone in a couple different places on the bike, maybe do like a ride-by with the bike to see if there's any sound differences between those two expansion chambers. That'll be kind of a fun experiment. After I get that done, I am going to be installing MVS Racing Faraday high power adjustable stator along with a new CDI box and a new coil. So that's going to be able to give some fine tuning and I think a little bit of maybe some power adjustments on the bike as well. So that's going to be a fun upgrade. Beyond that, I'm going to be installing some water pump housing covers, red ones to kind of match the front sprocket guard here, and just a couple of other little things on the bike, nothing too major. So that's what the bike is doing here in CK Cycles. I've got time to get the work done, but not a ton of time, so I'm going to get into this bike and get this project done. But before I start taking things off the bike and before I start digging into it, I tell you what, I need to take this bike for a ride. And I've ridden some dirt bikes in my day, but I have never ridden a dirt bike that is anything like this. To me, this is a professional level racing bike, and I certainly am going to be the limiting factor on this bike. So bear with me. I'm gonna try and video my ride, but for the CR500AF purists out there, for the professionals out there, my video is going to be pretty tame and pretty boring. I'll pre-apologize for it, because this bike either wants to, fling sod, or it wants to bring the front end up. It is so powerful. So I think we should take a quick walk around the bike and just kind of look at it a little bit more closely, and then we'll take it outside and take it for a spin. Well, thanks for watching the intro video on the CR500AF. Keep your eyes open for those additional videos on the upgrades that I'm going to be doing on this bike. See ya.